Hey guys, what's up? I'm here with a review of a shot-on-video slasher splatter horror film from 1985, and tonight's movie is Blood Cult. This movie is about female students on a college campus who are being killed and their body parts are being used for blood sacrifices. Now this sounds very familiar. It sounds very familiar to a film I might have reviewed before. Maybe a few films I might have reviewed before. The film opens on a sorority house, where some college chick is showering, and then some guy comes into the house with a meat cleaver and he murders her. Not before but we get like a full about 4 minutes of the guy wandering through the house before we get to the actual killing. And then after the first 7 minutes, the killing actually happens, and the first murder is only about 20 seconds of that 7 minutes. Yeah. That's a real good sign. Then we get this scrolling text on the screen basically telling us what we're about to see is like real, well not real, but based on a true story. It's kind of like the beginning of the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So then we get some stock music and some really cheesy stock horror movie music, and credits with random crap behind it. So once the credits and music once the credits over, the music still continues, and the camera focuses on a woman sleeping while the killer is just sitting there in a rocking chair, just rocking back and forth, holding his meat cleaver and her roommate's severed head. And then he gets up and tries to attack her, and he hits her in the head with her roommate's severed head, which was actually kind of funny. And then we skip to dawn, and there's an investigator narrating the film now, all of a sudden. And that's kind of where I ended it. I mean, like at that point, you're like 20 minutes into the movie. This movie is a combination of violent shit, pieces, Mardi Gras Massacre, and Blood Feast. It isn't as like watchable as or enjoyable as violent shit or pieces or Blood Feast. It's almost as bad as Mardi Gras Massacre, and I'm not even fucking joking. The writing is really boring and not really funny or even badly funny. The acting isn't even cheesily bad, it's just bad. The camera work is really boring and it kind of doesn't really keep the film interesting, even the scenes where it's supposed to be very serious. The lighting, it's got that thing where it's too light in some scenes and it's too dark in other scenes. The characters are either so stupid and annoying that when they die you're happy, or they're just mind-numbingly boring and lifeless. Really, the only good thing in this film is the special effects, which those aren't even that good. Most of the murders happened somewhat off-screen, where all we see is the meat cleaver just being pulled up and down with blood on it, and then we see the aftermath. And that's just a severed limb or something. And I mean, the severed limbs look kind of decent, but it's other than that, they aren't really that good. It's really, and I mean, considering this plot, it's kind of boring and misleading, especially the plot they give you on IMDb, because the film is actually about a sheriff that's trying to solve these murders, and he's so obsessed with maintaining his title as sheriff and winning the election for sheriff that he is committed to solving these murders, knowing that if he does, he will win the election. I'm not joking. That's what this movie is basically about. Let's see. Music. Like I said, cheesy stock music, not that good. On the gore meter from 1 to 10, 1 being something like the Corpse Grinders, and 10 being something like Brain Dead. Blood Cult is probably a 6, maybe a 5.5. While it is a decently gory and violent film, and it's still not a very watchable film, and it's not really worth your time, honestly. 2 out of 5 stars. Anyway, guys, some news. Well, you guys know how I keep the links to my Facebook, to the official Facebook page, the official Twitter account, which I really don't update on much, as well as the Biscuit Blue 69 podcast. I put those links in the description. Well, there's another link in the description now, a Tumblr account. I've created a Tumblr account for my YouTube, for basically my YouTube channel. Now, while my YouTube channel is mainly reviews on Tumblr, I'll just be goofing around and kind of sharing stuff and just posting stuff about what's going on with my channel, and as well as sharing artwork and cosplay photos and all kinds of stuff. So I should say right now that my blog is going to contain quite a bit of violent and sexual content, so it's a very not safe for work blog. You have been warned. Anyway, guys, the links are in the description below to everything. I'm Biscuit Boo 69, signing off. Peace.